An alarming trend is emerging on the campus of the University of Minnesota. Students say they are seeing a sudden uptick in public safety announcement from the school detailing reports of local violent crime soon after the college cut ties with local police after the death of George Floyd. The reported surge in advisory notices now has many students concerned for their safety, rightfully so. Joining us now with a first-hand account of what's happening is Alyssa Rinelli. She's a University of Minnesota student, a campus Reform Correspondent as well. Alyssa, thanks so much for coming on. Walk our viewers through this. What's happening? Is your phone blowing up with alerts from the school, and what are they saying?
Absolutely, and it's been quite alarming to see the texts coming in right now. As you said, the University of Minnesota has seen a violent increase in those crimes on campus. We have seen 8 reported violent crimes in the past month following cutting ties with the Minneapolis Police Department. For comparison, we've only seen 6 crimes in the past 6 months. As a student, this is incredibly alarming. And what's more alarming is that the University of Minnesota has not said or done anything in response to what's happening at the University of Minnesota right now. As a student, this makes me incredibly anxious about returning back to campus.
Tell me about who sends these alerts. Is it done through the school? Is it done through a public safety office? How does that work?
It's done directly through the University of Minnesota. So as students, depending on the severity of crime, will get an email and a text as well right to our phones as soon as the crime is reported.
So when these come through, does it tell you what type of crime that it's seeing in that area, and what's a common thread of the crimes that you're seeing? Is it burglary or something of that nature?
Yeah, it'll detail the crime and whether or not to be aware of it. This is an active situation. I will say quite recently in the past week, we had 2 very violent crimes. One of them was men were robbed at gunpoint, and another one, someone was shot. I mean, as a student, this is incredibly alarming stuff to see.
Yeah, it definitely is. And the thing about, going to college campuses, you want to feel safe there. Do you feel safe there now?
Right now, I don't feel safe going back up to campus. I mean, you think about it, the university is aware of the situation that's going on. I've wrote about it at Leadership Institute's Campus Reform, and will continue to update them on the situation at Leadership Institute's Campus Reform. But the university, again, has done absolutely nothing in response to this situation. To me, as a student, this, again, is very worrisome that the University of Minnesota is more concerned with protecting this image of social justice than going out and actually protecting students.
Tell me what you think about, because if you trace this back, you've seen the schools cutting ties with police departments. What do you think about that? What do other students think about that? Do you think this plays a factor into the alerts you're getting about the crimes, most notably the violent crimes you're seeing around the area?
This absolutely is a sign. I mean, when you remove police from high crime areas, crime does go up, and we've continued to see this trend at the University of Minnesota. To me, this was a knee-jerk reaction by the university in response to a letter that some students had written. And as a consequence, they publicly invited criminals into students' neighborhoods. I'm not the only one who's nervous about this situation. I interviewed several students who say that they are genuinely concerned about returning to campus amid this violent uptick in crimes.
Before I go, and I have you on the line, I want to ask you about that. Are you guys planning on going back to school? Is it a hybrid? What's the plan for your university?
Yeah, and so the University of Minnesota has a couple of different tiers. I actually do have one in-person class, a hybrid class, and then some online classes as well. So students will be on campus this upcoming fall. And so, again, it's important that the University of Minnesota begins to take this situation seriously as the population increases around campus.
Very good. Alyssa Rinelli, we appreciate that. Crime spiking in that area. You're getting alerted about it. It's unfortunate to see. And again, we understand the anxiety about it as you head back to school. I hope you'll check back in with us once classes resume. Again, that's Alyssa Rinelli. Thank you very much. We appreciate it.
Thank you.